So no doubt there's still plenty of woke movies and TV shows still in the making, and the leftist progressive PC agenda is still very prevalent in several major franchises that have been compromised by it recently. I've no doubt that it's going to take a few more years before we finally see the end of wokeness in entertainment. But today I'm going to ask the question, are we starting to see the beginning of the end of it already? Some people have been asking this question following the release of the new Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. It appears to be a respectful tribute to the original 1980s movies and also appears to be devoid of the feminism of the 2016 dumpster fire. Could this be because studios are beginning to realize that audiences are not responding favorably to wokeness and they simply want to be entertained and not preached to or talked down to? Is the tide starting to turn? Let's talk about it right after this. Time now for a word from our sponsor for this video, Raid: Shadow Legends, a turn-based RPG game that's become so popular that it's now ranked as one of the top 3 RPGs on the Google Play Store, and it's recently been nominated as a finalist for Google Play's Best of 2019 Users' Choice Award. The game has had 15 million downloads in 6 months. It's an epic dark fantasy game where you collect over 400 playable champions to customize. You can assemble a team of 16 heroic factions, discover 13 spectacular locations, enjoy a fully voiced story campaign, and even raid alongside friends in clan tournaments. The game is free to play, and there's 16 new champions added every month, so the game is always adding new gameplay features and strategies, and you can make use of new equipment and upgrades on an ongoing basis. With progress missions, you can gain extra rewards, and you'll receive one of the best legendary champions once you complete them, the Arbiter. Raid is constantly evolving and adding new game elements, and you can check out the future plans for the game in their new roadmap. A new faction, a tag team arena feature, and a new clan boss are all in the works. Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you'll get 100,000 silver as well as 50 gems and 1 energy refill and a free champion, the Executioner. This is a very special champion, ideal for helping you progress through missions. These special awards will only be available for the next 30 days, and you'll find them here by opening your inbox in the game. Best of luck, and I'll see you on the battlefield. Okay, welcome back. So, as many of you know, I recently made a video talking about how I think the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die, looks a bit woke. And, of course, there's still several movies and TV shows that are being produced right now with social justice themes and politics baked into them. But, of course, film and TV projects often take years to get greenlit and several more years to actually be completed. So, if a woke project is due out next year, for example, that was probably greenlit a couple of years ago, because it takes a few years and a few box office failures for Hollywood studios to start to fully appreciate the financial consequences and audience disillusionment that comes with embracing the PC agenda. I knew absolutely nothing about the new Ghostbusters Afterlife film until I saw the trailer. As I watched it, I got a vibe that felt a little bit similar to something like Stranger Things or M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. It certainly looks nothing like the first 2 Ghostbusters films, and that's fine. This is a very different style and tone to those films, and yet it still looks to be trying to connect in a meaningful way to the legacy and continuity of those movies. And it also appears to completely ignore the 2016 all-female version that next to no one liked. So this looks to be much closer to the kind of Ghostbusters film that fans wanted to see. And what's interesting is the reaction of some critics. This article is from Bounding Into Comics. NME journalist James McMahon. F that Ghostbusters trailer. You don't reward regressive fanboys. He says, F that Ghostbusters trailer. You don't reward regressive fanboys, many of whom created an atmosphere of racist, misogynistic toxicity that led to a leading lady leaving this very platform by making the very film they wanted in the first place. So much wrong with this tweet. The Ghostbusters 2016 film was feminist cringe, and it flopped at the box office as a result. And people simply pointed out how bad it was and why. Labeling these people as racist or misogynistic or whatever is not helping your case here. So the studio obviously decided to course correct and produce a film that didn't make the same mistakes. Studios should aim to give audiences what they want, otherwise their films won't make money. But keep the irrational, salty outrage coming. It's glorious. Hispanic Pixie Dream Girl writes, LMAO, of course, Ghostbusters Afterlife is about family and lineage and legacy and all those other white patriarchal American values. It's literally a reaction to the idea of 4 women including 1 black woman. The franchise must assert its real predecessor. And then they say, sorry, not predecessor, I meant successor. So let me get this straight. Family, lineage, and legacy are white, patriarchal American values? Those values couldn't be common to all groups of people, could they? The family and respect for one's heritage is kind of important. I mean, what are we supposed to be otherwise? Atomized and lonely people who embrace vacuous individualism? No thanks. And heaven forfend a sequel attempts to pay proper respect to its history and origin. Wired staff producer Adam Lance Garcia would note that he's intrigued by the first trailer, but would have to justify his opinion by writing, consider me intrigued. This, of course, is not to discount Ghostbusters 2016, a film that was unfairly attacked by the worst kind of humans, most of whom were men, because men are inherently emotional and irrational and get angry when women do anything. To which I say, go F yourselves, dudes. Yeah, only the worst kinds of humans attacked Ghostbusters 2016. Everyone else loved it, apparently. And apparently men are inherently emotional and irrational and get angry when women do anything. No. Men are more likely to be logical and rational. Not all of them, not all the time, but if you're going to make generalizations and sweeping statements, so am I. Actually, women are far more predisposed to irrational and emotional behavior. That's not to say all of them, or that they're irrational or emotional all the time. And of course, by saying men are inherently emotional and irrational, you're suggesting you're not one of those men, right, Adam? You've got to put down other men in order to signal your virtue and make yourself seem better than those angry, emotional, irrational, worst kind of humans. However, there were plenty of others who had a very different take on the film. Twitter user Quinton Reviews described the new trailer as a film that seems like a love letter made by a group of fans. The reason Ghostbusters 2020 looks better than Ghostbusters 2016 isn't about politics or gender, it's about the fact that the new film seems like a love letter made by a group of fans, and the 2016 film felt like something they made because they all had a free summer. Very well said. And there was more praise for the new trailer. Blake Northcott said, great Wonder Woman, Ghostbusters and Black Widow trailers all within a few days. The common thread? Studios are learning from disastrous and pricey 2017 and 2018 experiments. Don't screw with franchises. Don't mess with tone. Please customers, not critics. They're catching on. I sincerely hope so. Douglas Ernst wrote, it's a Ghostbusters trailer that makes me want to see a Ghostbusters movie. Weird. I was told that I irrationally have a thing against Ghostbusters a few years ago. Now, with all of that said, I have no doubt that we're still in for more woke movies and TV shows in the short to medium term future. But long term, could we also be seeing a gradual reduction in these kinds of projects as studios begin to slowly pivot back to what audiences truly want? It's possible that the Ghostbusters franchise is a sign of things to come. A franchise that got woke and then decided that was a mistake, and now it's back to normal. Perhaps a precedent has been set. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more. Follow me over on Gab and Minds, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.